On March 5, 2013, the U.S. House Energy and Commerce Subcommittee on Energy and Power held a 2-hour and 14-minute hearing on energy diversity, but this is Natural Gas 102, and we're going to give it to you in 5 minutes. The committee background memo set the stage for the hearing by drawing attention to the American electricity generation mix and the changes going on, especially in the last couple of years. 2011, oil was a pretty nominal player, renewables got 13%, nuclear produced 19%, natural gas 25%, and coal 42%. Fast forward a year and you see things are pretty much the same for oil, renewables, and nuclear. But there was a dramatic shift of 5%, 1-for-1, away from coal to natural gas. Now, for many Republicans, ensuring diversity means protecting fossils.
I, for one, believe we do need all of the above. But I think that it's wrong that people in America and groups in America are trying to absolutely stop the use of fossil fuels.
For all the generic talk about diversity, most Republicans really zeroed in on the dramatic ongoing shift from coal to gas, and were happy to lay blame with the Obama administration.
The war on coal has been duly noted. You see so much coal being exported because you can't even use it in this country today, yet it represents over 37% of the electricity that's generated.
The issue that has industry most fired up are new EPA power plant emission regulations that many say are just impossible for coal to meet.
The proposed CO2 NSPS for new sources effectively prohibits the construction of any new coal-fired power plant because of the lack of a commercially available CO2 control technology.
Of course, the proposed rule doesn't actually ban coal.
EPA's proposed carbon pollution standard for new power plants is a good first step. It is a fuel-neutral standard.
Coal supporters aren't buying that.
Ranking member of the full committee in his opening statement said that the new source power plant regulations that are being proposed by the EPA are fuel neutral. You agree with that?
No, sir, I do not. They are prejudiced toward a fuel and against another.
Yeah, let's be honest. You're not going to build a coal plant with those regulations, and you'll build probably almost all natural gas.
Most Democrats don't buy into the whole war on coal idea.
The war on coal is really about natural gas underpricing coal in most parts of the country.
Coal's biggest supporters hate that argument.
I chuckle over the people who say there's no war on coal. They just live under a rock if they don't understand that. Maybe we need to just talk more slowly for them.
Republicans also pointed to regional differences, noting that some areas will always rely on fossils and probably coal.
And I'm in the east north central, 63% coal, which is a lot different than if you go to California, which is 47% hydro and 27% natural gas.
Cheap natural gas isn't only hurting coal.
Mr. Mole, if the price of natural gas stays at its current market price of $4 a unit, will nuclear maintain its 20% share?
The three challenges we face from merchant nuclear, which you have in Illinois, the low gas prices, which have suppressed market prices. We need reasonable, fact-based, scientific regulation that uses cost-benefit analysis, and we need fair and competitive wholesale markets.
Renewables haven't picked up their percentage of generation overall a great deal, but wind has made a lot of progress.
Wind industry experienced record growth in 2012, and for the first time, wind was responsible for the largest increase of adding capacity.
There was not a whole lot of discussion on this issue during the hearing, but the committee memo did point out that as the use of intermittent sources, like wind, grows, the grid will need to maintain baseload capacity primarily from coal and nuclear. For Democrats, this topic usually comes back to climate change. Rep. Waxman was happy to point out that the three utilities testifying support federal action on greenhouse gas.
Utilities want Congress to act, and I want Congress to act, but if Congress doesn't act, the president must do everything he can.
And those are the highlights. Please like, subscribe, and visit our website for a full summary of this hearing and other information.